Hey guys, good morning. Hopefully this battery doesn't die. I really probably should switch it before I start talking right now, because I feel like I'm about to speak for a period of time. Where the heck did I just put my chapstick, y'all? But yeah, so I'm on my way to my nail appointment. I told you guys yesterday my nails look like trash, so I'm on my way to Lanice so she can soak these off and apply a whole new set. You guys, I cannot find my chin. Let me just have to put on some lip gloss. But y'all, I am a little overwhelmed today. I almost didn't vlog. I told myself, Keesha, hold it together. You've been doing really good. Hold it together, because truth be told, you guys, like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm literally not okay. And I knew this was gonna happen as soon as the book released. Within a few days, all of my efforts of trying to heal from a very shitty situation was going to literally explode once again in my face, because literally is like opening the same wound over and over and over and over and over again. And I was going through the comments for the book, questions and stuff, so I can start getting them together, because I didn't want to have to be doing it tomorrow on a trip or whatever for our family trip. So I'm like, let me try to get some of the questions together. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying like they're disappointed in me for my dismissiveness to the situation. And I wanted to say, let me be 100% clear, you guys, and very transparent right now. Just because I wake up and do my job, just like everybody else out here who has to wake up and do their job, and they could literally be dealing with some real effed up mess in their lives, does not mean that I am not holding Jeremy accountable for the bullshit that he has put our family through. That does not mean that. It just simply means that I'm trying to keep a strong face. What's wrong with the, oh, there it goes. I'm trying to keep a strong face and trying to be positive, because like I said, I have been trying to heal from this situation. Hold on, I'm gonna put y'all down real quick. I have been trying to heal from this situation for months now. This has not been, you guys are just now reading the book and finding out about the situation and dealing with the situation, and just as many questions and everything, all the details and how you guys want to understand. Like, this was not just an overnight decision to write a book. This was not just a quick and easy process to just come up on some money. Like, this has been very hard. And truthfully, when I first started my platform, I had no idea the ins and outs of YouTube. I had no idea what, like, I didn't have a manager to sit me down and say, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, this is what you say, this is what you don't say. Like, I didn't have none of that. I literally was picking up the camera and being as raw and real as anybody out there. If you have been a long time Key or Done, then you guys remember the Spelman days of a lot of bathroom crime vlogs, a lot of emotions here, unstable. Like, it was a lot. And I was at the peak of going through or getting over, rather, depression and just all the traumas from my adolescence. And I was very vulnerable with my platform, like very vulnerable. Not to the point that I just like talked about things that I went through. Like, anytime I was experiencing some type of trauma or emotional breakdown, like, I literally did it in front of the world. And with me doing that, as time went on, I started to see people making a mockery out of it. Like, oh, here she goes crying again, or unstable Keesha, or just different negative connotations with me just living in my truth and being very vulnerable. And after a while of me seeing it, I started to tell myself, and then I also started to get mentored by OG YouTubers who have been doing it for a period of time. And you know, I got a manager. I got a little bigger, so I got a manager, and people pretty much told me, like, you got to keep it cute on your platform because they're gonna judge you for everything that you put out there. So you have to be willing to get judged for everything you show. So I told myself, you know, I'm not gonna be that girl anymore who's gonna have people making a mockery out of my emotions or my real life. So I kind of like double back a bit with it. And ever since then, whenever I go through stuff, like real stuff in my life, you guys, I don't pick up the camera. I don't want to talk about it with the world for people. Some people really care and genuinely care, but there's a whole heck of a lot of people who do not give a crap, and they're just laughing at you. And I personally, I can't deal with that. So I have been very selective with what I share, what I talk about, because I know what I can handle and I know what I can't. So with that being said, yes, you guys, like there have been times that I've been dealing with stuff these last few years, and I don't pick up my camera and I don't want to talk about it. Like, I talk about it with my friends and my family, the people who really truly care about me, but I just don't. So fast forward with this situation having to, you know, be dealt with publicly. I don't know if you guys know how hard it is for me to be on this platform and be as embarrassed as I am from what Jeremy has done, and still try to keep a brave face and do my job, because there's 3 girls who are depending on me to give them the best life that they possibly can have, and I'm not gonna let them down with that. So by no means I want anybody to think that I have dismissed Jeremy's behavior, that I'm over here in la la world, that I'm being naive. No one knows what I have done to handle Jeremy or the situation. I'm gonna always have the utmost respect for him. That is the father of my children, and I do love Jeremy with all of me. I'm gonna always have respect for him. I'm gonna always govern myself accordingly. I would never throw shots at him. I would never be negative or dismissive to him. That's just not how I get down. I would never ever do that with Jeremy. But what I can say is, you guys, truthfully, yes, I am very embarrassed by what he did. I am very upset for what he has done. We have been handling this. We're still going to do the sit down, because at first I didn't even really want to do the sit down video anymore, because I just saw so many people thinking that I am literally like oblivious to like the reality of what he has done, and just acting as though like nothing ever happened. And I don't want to give my supporters that illusion and give you guys that sense of belief that I'm literally out here just going outside. And as a man, as a father, and as a child of God, like this is not how you get down. And no, I did not just dismiss when I found out. When we do the sit down video, we can elaborate. That's why I'm giving you guys the opportunity to ask me questions in regards to the situation, and ask Jeremy questions in regards to the situation. This has not by any means been an easy process, and especially with people sitting here like always questioning about marriage. We wasn't in no place to be trying to get married, and he knew that. Do not think you're gonna get down on no knee and ask me to be your wife when you have literally put us in this type of predicament. We have work to do. We have real work to do, and we have been trying to deal with that and heal with that and do that work. But it's not easy when there is damage that has to be done within 2 individuals. Both individuals have to heal and relive and relearn certain methods of life and real life skills. And then you have to do that as a union. You can't come broken and then try to make a union work, and especially not go before God and try to make a union work. And I dang sure don't want no man to get down on his knee for me for the sake of an image, or you know, just trying to fake the funk, or trying to get out of a situation that was so bad. Like, no, like we have been trying to do the work. And if Jeremy fucks up again, because like I said, you guys didn't really hear my side in the book, or because this was Jeremy's situation, he needed to talk about it more. So I told you guys the raw and the real about, okay, I found out, yes, that's on the surface level what happened. I found out. Like I said, this has not been easy for me to keep a brave face and come on my platform every single day and try to be happy. But my daughters are looking at me, and the energy that you guys see and the energy you guys feel is the same energy they're gonna get regardless if the camera is on or the camera is off. This has been very hard, and I've been trying to keep it cute because I don't like having to talk about my business amongst the world and for everybody to chime in and put me on the chopping block and be the judge and jury. But my decision making, no, I have not been perfect. I'm still not perfect. Yes, there was an easier route to just pick up everything and just say I'm completely done. After you've done this, I'm completely done, and that's just not the path that I took. And like I said, within this healing process and forgiving process, it is a little bit more complex because never in a million years did I ever see in my wildest dream this happen for my foreseeable future, and never in a million years in my wildest dream if anybody could have said if you were given this situation, what would you have done? It definitely would not have been, you know, what the decisions I made. And one thing I have learned within this is you just really never know what you would do or how you would handle something until you actually face with it. And I respect everybody who made whatever decisions when they dealt with similar situations, and you know, I applaud you, and that I'm pretty sure they took a lot of strength and it take a lot of courage. But trust and believe me, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to try to heal and try to work things out when you are literally so broken and so hurt from a situation, and trying to give somebody a little gleam of hope that they will change for something that they did to you that was just so beneath all standards and expectations of anybody who could ever call themselves my husband. And that's just me being real. And like I said, I love Jeremy with all of me, and we have created such a bond. But sometimes y'all not going to be able to see every single thing that I see, because when we are creating those bonds and sharing those love and experiences, I don't always pick up the camera. And especially given the circumstances that we have been faced with, I have selectively chosen to not pick up a camera when I know we're not at our best. I know we're not at our best. And it's been very hard. So the only thing I do want to show is, regardless of what goes on, we love our kids, so y'all will see that. Regardless of everything, I'm gonna be a damn good mom, so y'all will see that. And of course, he's gonna be a part of his children's life, so y'all will see that. But as far as us being concerned, I know a lot of people are probably even wondering now, like, where is Jeremy? What's going on? Every time Jeremy is not present, it's not because Jeremy is deciding he's not going to be present. It's because sometimes I'm saying as a person, I need space, give me time. I'm going to still work, I'm going to still get my job done, but give me time, let me process this to figure out what I really want to do. Let me take a step back and actually look at the situation and try to understand. I don't want to give a false perception of, you know, my reality, or come on here like, oh, I'm pretending what he did did not happen. You guys are just finding out, but you guys, we've been dealing with this. I'm not trying to put up a facade. I'm being honest, I'm being real, but I just want to still have a sense of happiness within something I love to do, which is YouTube. I absolutely love, you know, my job. I have been doing this for years since you guys, sorry, my camera cut off, but yeah, I absolutely love my job. I have been doing this for years, and being able to have a platform like this and, you know, be able to look back at my memories and see my evolution as a person, my character change, and, you know, just me growing more into being a woman, a mother, and seeing all of that is very important to me. But I just had a child who just came into this world, and when I look back at these memories, and when she sees these memories, she's gonna see unconditional love and happiness for her. I just want you guys to understand and respect that, like, and understand that this has been a very, very hard process for me to even come and stand before people who don't even know me and have to say something like that, and even harder to look at a child who I didn't create and grow a sense of love that I've had to do off camera, and respect for their mother that I've had to do off camera. And then people want me to continue on camera and still be you know, hurting. And like I said, when you're in a healing process, when you're in a forgiving process, just like my counselor says, it's either you forgiving and you move on, or you dwelling on the past and you never gonna be able to move forward. It's not healthy for you to sit here and say you healing, you trying to forgive, you trying to work things out, and you sit here crying and still continue to dwell on the situation. Like, that's not healthy, that's not good. So that's exactly why I've been trying. I'm trying. I can only try but so much, but like Jeremy knows. I promise you, do not think for 1 second I have not handled him. Do not think for 1 second I've just let him just skid on by. And just because y'all may see him in particular vlogs, because he's being a parent to our kids, or trying to show up to try to show change behavior, means that, oh, I didn't handle him the way that I should have. No, I'm not asking you guys to stroke my ego or pat my back in the comment section, or, you know, not hold him accountable. I'm holding him accountable. We all holding him accountable on this end. But at the same time, just understand that my process of grieving and my process of healing is still taking place. It is still taking place. Me and Jeremy, had us not been social media influencers, this would have been something that just stayed between our household. We would have dealt with it without having to worry about everyone else having to chime in and give their opinions or make judgment calls for stuff that they don't know or they don't see. And I am hurt. I don't know. I mean, some people are saying like they see through my smiles, or they see through everything that I'm hurting, but I want to verbally let everyone know I am still very much so hurting. Like, I'm very much like, I don't have a time frame of when this pain will go away for the situation. But what I can say is that I'm still trying to move forward, because every day is not promised. I'm still trying to move forward and have high expectations and high hopes. And like I said, if things don't go the way that they were told to me and promised to me that they would be changed, then it's nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do at that point. It's nothing I can do. But right now, at this point, we're trying to move forward as a family, and I have to give that opportunity. I have to let that opportunity happen. I can't just sit back and just say, okay, well, I want you to change, I want to see you be a better person, and then I give no room for that to happen. Like, it'll never work out at that point. So I have to give and take a little. As much as I want my space, and like I said, sometimes you all may not see him around because I simply want my space. I want to be able to heal and process without the person in front of me, you know, making it harder for me to do that. And it's a give and take. I have to get my space, and he has to be willing to do that and let me hurt and grieve. And at the same time, if I'm willing to allow him to show me a different side of him, a better man, a changed man, then I got to be willing to give him that opportunity to do so. So that's just what this is. It's just taking place in front of the world, which just makes it a lot more complicated. And like I said, Jeremy, this is a very disappointing. And disappointed is not even really the word I want to use, but for a lack of, I'm very, very disappointed in everything. And we'll do the sit down video together. It'll continue to go as planned. I just want to take time, because right now that is just, y'all probably would have seen in this vlog me just looking crazy, because I'm just, you know, like, this is embarrassing. Like, this is embarrassing. And no, yeah, I call Jeremy babe. It's just out of habit, but I mean, it really is just out of habit. I've called him babe so much, but you know, like I said, I love him. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the truth. Like, I love him, and I do want my family to work out, and I really want him to change, like he said. And I understand that people make mistakes, and God has a funny way of showing you. Like, you sit here and you want something so bad, and he'll show you, okay, now I'm gonna give you something. Then you have to face the reality that you have now created a life outside of your family, out of your household. And not to say no love will be given, because I don't know why people think that, but it's Jeremy's gonna love his child, and be there for his child, he's currently doing that. Because like I said, it's hard for me, really, I'm being true, it's hard for me now to and I'm very sensitive, but it's kind of hard for me to be as vulnerable on my platform now, because like I said, I've seen how, you know, people will hold that against you. And I've been truthfully just choosing my battles. I've been choosing what I want people to be able to have a celebration about. And there's people who are gonna still look at this and still find some sense of happiness, and see me hurt, to see me crying, to be able to say I told you so. And that's perfectly fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. Everybody can't like me. And it is true, like, this is something that, well, not something that people should be laughing about, because we got to do better. We have to do better as a collective to deal with people when they're hurt. Like, I've seen even on the Shade Room, I forgot what it was yesterday, I was looking at something. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw Jeffree Star, and they posted him with some guy, and then they did an investigation and found who the guy was. He's a basketball player, and I think the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, and she has a son with him. Like, she was like so hurt. I don't know if she didn't know anything about him liking men, but anyways, they posted, they pretty much exploited to the world like he likes men, and she got a whole son. So now she's crying out publicly saying she's so hurt, and I think she speaks another language, so it was, a lot of people didn't really know exactly what she was trying to say, but she was pretty much, as a woman, saying like, what could I have done better, like what, like where did this come from, like I'm so hurt, blah 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 blah. And people were like literally dragging her and bashing her in the comments, and I'm like, why are you gonna kick somebody when they're down? Like, we gotta do better as people. Like, why are you laughing at people? Like, people should be allowed to like deal with their grief and their pain the way that they see fit, unless it's not, as long as it's not harming anyone or, you know, themselves. But like, this lady is literally like, that's a horrible thing to have to look on the internet and see. A horrible, oh my gosh, that is so horrible. I feel so bad for her, and they have a son together, so I know she's probably like, dang, how did I not see this? Or you could have told me this before I found out on the internet. Like, dang, I could have chosen another man who really wanted to be a man, like for his family, or whatever it may have been. Because I don't think, I know she wasn't knocking the sexuality overall. It's just the fact that like she didn't see it, and like that's, it's very hurtful. But it was so many people clowning her and making a joke out of it and pointing a finger and, girl, you dodged a bullet, like just being so insensitive. And I don't know if it's because I'm really like, I really can resonate with people's pain, and I don't care if I don't really F with you for real. Like, when I see people going through stuff, like, it bothers me, and I will always be the person to extend myself to say something positive, like, or nothing at all. Like, I'm never gonna kick nobody when they're down. And like I said, I see a lot of people more positive than anything, of course, and some people really don't understand because they do just only see me, and you all can only go based off what you all do see. So I gotta give you guys the benefit of the doubt, because you guys can only go based off what y'all see. So I understand it. So that's why I was like, well, let me go ahead and let y'all know, like, I'm hurting it, in case y'all want to hear me say it, like I am. But there are still some people who are literally like having like, I told you so, ha ha ha, like type of stuff. And it's kind of like don't y'all see like how hard this could possibly be? Like, we have 3 children together, and for anybody to do something as damaging, it takes a lot. It's going to take a lot of effort and work, intentional. But so moving forward after this, I definitely still want my content to be positive and happy and uplifting. Pray for me, you guys, because I need the prayers, I need the strength. Please, please, please. This has been very hard. Anyways, you guys, this is the official video where we will be accepting questions for the sit down video. We have been very open, honest, and transparent with you guys with the video, with writing the book, and now this is an opportunity to go ahead and